Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day, although I always hope that for you all. So coming to you live from what looks like a little wooden box here. So I'm back for our weekly Wednesday interviews. So it's been a few weeks now, I guess, since Christmas and New Year's, and now I've started them back up again. So as you may have already watched some before Christmas time, I started these with one intention in mind. However, it's starting to evolve a little bit. My intention has been to bring language to the experiences of children who are either suffering from anxiety, sensory processing disorders, who have experienced trauma, who are completely disconnected from their bodies and what that means. So very rarely do we actually have children that can verbalize those situations. And that's why I thought about getting adults on board and sharing their journey, because by the time that I'm speaking to them, they actually have the language to put to these experiences, and we need to understand that if we're going to help these children, help care for them or help work with them in my case. So, and now really it's about sharing amazing journeys and amazing stories through challenges and difficulties, and coming out the other end with a stronger sense of self and a really strong healing that's taken place. And generally with these people it's happened through yoga and meditation. So yoga and meditation is far more than just downward dog and stretching. So it really is a powerful healing process, and that's what I am sharing again with you today. So let me add in Stacey, who's going to have a chat with us today. So if you're popping on, make sure you do say hello, give me a wave. Hey, Stacey.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Are you hearing me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. How's me?
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Thanks for
Great.
joining me.
No worries at all.
So I've given a brief introduction as to the intention of why these interviews take place, but I'd love to hear from you, just a brief introduction, who you are, where you're from, where you live, just so everybody gets a feel for who you are.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Stacey Turner. I'm a yoga and meditation teacher in Brisbane, and I also run a nutrition company with my husband called The Chief Life.
Perfect. Thanks, Stacey. And so we got talking, I guess, around this because I was really after sharing people's journeys through, I guess, and how they've healed, and your journey has been interesting and one that's quite unique because it involves a lot of burnout, I guess, we can say, and a lot of the parents that I work with, that's a real struggle for them. So I'd
Mm.
love for you to just share, I guess, the beginning of that journey, because I guess in the beginning you didn't realize that was coming. So if you could just start from the beginning of what that was for you, that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess when we spoke the first time, I couldn't really pinpoint the actual time at which it all began, but I started to notice that I was getting symptoms of sickness that I shouldn't be getting, considering the diet and lifestyle that I had. I try and be as healthy as possible and look after myself as best I can to practice what I preach. But I started to notice that, and more so the people around me had started to notice that I wasn't my usual bubbly self. I was maybe a little more down, a little more sad, and these are normal human emotions, but then when they start to become debilitating and affect our everyday, that's when it becomes more of a chronic issue and something that we obviously need to do something about. So then anxiety started to rear its ugly head. And at the time that we started to notice that I wasn't really myself, I was traveling a lot for my current job at that time. And it involved a lot of, I guess, high intensity stuff, not only presenting, but also working out. And I was traveling all over Asia and Australia and New Zealand. And yeah, I just started to notice that my body wasn't dealing with the travel or dealing with the training, dealing with the stress how it should. And so I
Mm-hmm.
was really starting to suffer both physically, I was getting injured, mentally, anxiety and depression. And, you know, it probably wasn't extreme or severe, but it was enough for me to notice that I wasn't myself anymore and that I needed to change something in order to be my best self.
Okay. And what did anxiety look like for you, Stacey, within your body? If we can bring language to our body sensations, what was that like for you?
Yeah, definitely. And it's more so in hindsight that I'm able to explain this better.